Hello and greetings, my friend. Welcome to day 18 here in the 24 days of building a beautiful strength. I'm Matt Schifferly, and today we're addressing how to directly defeat the inner demon that can be so insidious within all of us that creates this inner weakness through negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is something I've long struggled with myself up until the past probably year or so when I started to really overcome it a lot. And it goes right along with that quote. You probably have seen this on social media where it says, "Do not speak badly of yourself, for the warrior that is inside you hears your words and is lessened by them." David Gamel's quote there. And it is so true, but I never understood why this actually physically manifests into perpetual weakness and drives out strength until I started researching this book. And the answer is simple. It's because the more you are going after your negative self-talk, there's this feeling that you can somehow defeat the weakness by addressing it directly, that you can beat the weakness out of yourself, and you're trying to somehow overcome it with direct abuse, self-abuse, if you will, emotional and mental abuse. Instead, it goes against one of the key tenets here in the Beautiful Strength program, which is that of honesty. Honesty is a key to strength, and strength can only come from honesty. That's why a lot of times when people talk about self-help and improvements and stuff, they always talk about coming to a place of acceptance first, of recognizing where you're at. And when we're going around with all of this negative self-talk about how you can't do this and you're worthless and blah, 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 then what you're doing is you're not taking at all a realistic perspective of who you really are, and you're ignoring the inherent strength and ability that you have. So it'd be the same thing if I was going around saying I'm the greatest and I'm the most wonderful and I'm perfect and I have the best body in the world. Naturally gonna be looking at it who is this guy? He's delusional. He's never gonna get anywhere in life because his warped perception is preventing him from actually improving. But it's exactly the same thing when we do that in a negative perspective as well. You don't have a real perspective of what you can do and what opportunities you have and your power to make things happen because you keep beating yourself up. It's the same way that you can't drive out darkness with more darkness. You can only drive it out with light. And so the only way you can beat and overcome weakness of body, mind, and spirit is to build strength. The more strong you become, the less the weakness will have a chance to percolate within you. And so when you are focusing on those negative things and you're beating yourself up in a negative perspective, you're reinforcing weakness and you're turning a blind eye to your opportunities to actually get stronger. And granted, this is totally different than self-criticism in a positive, constructive way of oh yeah, okay, I can definitely straighten my leg more when I'm doing my side kicks, or I'm not very consistent with my protein intake. I can definitely make an improvement there. But it's very important you don't take that in a negative context of what the hell's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? I'm just not in the cards for me. I'm so weak and everything. That's the negative perspective. Instead, when we are self-critical, we want to be looking at things that we can improve as opportunities. Say oh yeah, I can definitely get stronger if I'm more consistent with my protein intake. And oh man, my psychic's going to be looking really good once I get it straighter. When you pursue strength and positivity and good things, then you actually get stronger. But the more you're beating yourself up and trying to go after it from a negative perspective, the more those negative weaknesses just kind of build upon itself, and you're ignoring the strength you can build. Don't forget that strength is inherently within you because of who you are. Nobody is inherently weak. Strength is something we discover. It's not something we build. You already have it. It's just a matter of mining it out and polishing it up through habit and repetition. Thank you as always. Again, don't forget, I got several more of these videos coming out every single day, so make sure you subscribe with the notifications and everything. Talk to you in the next video. Be fit and live free.